Hi there everybody, this is Natasha Wilkinson. So, I am here today to talk about some vendor empties that, not all of them are empty, but let's just say my wax and my home fragrance that I have been using the last month that isn't scentsy related. So, let's delve into what I have used with my vendor wax and I will tell you my thoughts on this. Now I will try and bunch the different groups of vendors together just to make it a little bit easier. So I'm going to start with a vendor that's based here in Australia, and that is a vendor called Pumpkin Parcel. I do purchase quite a fair bit from her. In particular, I love all her themed mystery boxes. Saying that, I'm not going to love every scent that's in those themed mystery boxes, but I do love the fun of it, and there are some scents that I do go back and purchase more of. So as you can see, I went through quite a lot of my little scent shop pots. One of the things I also purchased apart from, I guess you could say, her mystery boxes, if there's a scent that I like the sound of but I don't want to commit to something like a full wax bar until I want to try it and see if I like the scent, I will purchase these little sized shot pots because they're the perfect size to actually warm, get a good scent through and actually get a good idea of what that scent smells like before I commit to buying a larger one. And they're quite cheap. I think they're like $2 scent shot pot. So let's talk about these first, shall we? So the first one I went through was Spider Cider. We all know I love my spider scent. So this was a sweeter cider scent. Very traditional, very cider, very apple, but it was a little bit on the sweet side. I really enjoyed it. That would definitely be a purchase for me again. The next one I went through, so this was from the Charmed mystery box, and that was Hallowell Manor. So this was kind of a clean cotton laundry scent. It was a little bit too powdery for my liking. This particular scent probably would not be a repurchase for me. The next one I went through was Cabin in the Woods. So I think this was originally from one of her Halloween maybe collections. So this was kind of a smoky, sweet, almost Palo Santo type vibe, smoky woods type scent. Enjoyed it, but I'm not always the biggest smoky scent fan, so I don't think that that would be a repurchase for me either. So the next one. So I was in the mood for one of my coffee scents, and I have got a little bit of collection going with vendor wax when it comes to coffee because I'm sometimes in the mood for coffee. And so I went through the roasted coffee scent pack. This was a very light coffee version for me. It smelled like a cup of instant coffee. I prefer the coffee scents where it smells like the actual coffee roasting in a cafe. So for me, there are better coffee scents out there, so that's probably not going to be a repurchase for me either. Roger Mackenzie. So this was from the Outlander collection. This is a little bit floral and a little bit perfumey and a little bit fruity. I did enjoy that. I don't necessarily know I'd go back and get that one again. So out of all those scent shop pots, the repurchase for me would be Spider Cider. The other ones probably not so much. So this one was from a Halloween advent calendar she did, and I got pretty lazy. I got to about day 4 and stopped doing the opening the Halloween advent calendar. So I've still got all of the, I guess you could say, little samples still to go through, which I will get through at some stage, just not on the days that I was meant to. So this was day 4, and it was Candyman, and it was a honey molasses cake. I really enjoyed this one. This definitely would be a repurchase for me. You could smell the honey, you could smell the cake. So that would be a repurchase for me in a large size. So that was Pumpkin Parcel. Next company I'm going to talk about is Britta's Creepy Treasures. So this is a company based in America, and I'm actually really enjoying her wax. I would definitely repurchase from her again, but I've got so much vendor wax at the moment. I'm trying to get through what I have first. Once I've got through all of Britta's Creepy Treasures that I have in my stash, I would probably repurchase from her again, because I'm not just going to purchase one or two little things from her because of the shipping cost it costs to get over here to Australia. But let's talk about what I did warm here. So Dreaming of Sweets, which is lavender, sugar cookie, VBM, and Mrs. Claus cookies. This was beautiful. I would definitely repurchase this. I had this going in my bedroom because of the lavender, but that sugar cookie and that Mrs. Claus cookies added this really decadent sweet note to it that I really enjoyed. So that would be a definite repurchase. So the next one I have is Ice Cream Man, which is strawberry and summer scoop. Now, I actually did this with a vanilla scent and a chocolate scent to create a Neapolitan ice cream vibe, but I would warm this on its own as well as in that mixture, because that really brought out that Neapolitan vibe I was going for. But by itself, it's authentic strawberry ice cream, and like a homemade ice cream, not the ice cream you buy from the shop. Really loved it. Very summery, and really enjoyed it. So I didn't quite finish all this up. There were 3 of these little shape things, so I went through 2 of these in my bedroom, and that is the Exorcist, which is Palo Santo and Patchouli. Again, I don't think there's anything out of what I warmed that I wouldn't repurchase of Britta's, because I really enjoyed that. You got that smoky, incensey, perfumey type thing that you get from Palo Santo going. Perfect vibe for the bedroom. So that was Britta's Creepy Treasures. So let's talk about Ava Rose candles. So this is probably my disappointment out of the basket of vendors here, and it's not because I don't like what her wax smells like, but I have literally stopped buying her wax now. So this one's blueberry pancakes. Now I've got little skulls of hers which are a chocolate brownie scent, which I absolutely love. It's the perfect consistency. It's hard wax. Now, I'm not expecting it to be the same as scentsy wax, because a lot of vendor wax is soy wax, but I'm also, when I'm expecting a clamshell, not to get what looks like a scoopable gone wrong. This is meant to be a clamshell. It's not meant to be the consistency of what a scoopable would be, or the texture of what a scoopable would be if your scoopable went wrong. And that's kind of what I get when I get her clamshells and when I get her collection. I get a big, you can see it here, gooey, ooey mess. So I can't literally, so it's a mess putting it in the warmers, it's a mess taking it out of the warmers. You can't get it out of the clamshell properly. So I just don't like the consistency of her wax because of this. To me, as I said, it reminds me, if I wanted a scoopable, I would buy a scoopable. They come in this and you scoop them out. So it reminds me like it should be a scoopable, but the texture in the scoopable's gone wrong. with the way that the wax comes in these clamshells, and it's just too messy for me. While it might smell good, I can't do the mess. So blueberry pancakes, it was very blueberry, a little bit mapley, but it just made so much of a mess I just didn't enjoy it. So that was kind of my disappointment there in the mix. And this next one is from L3 Waxy Wonders, which is Buttermints and White Elephant Exchange. And this was a scoopable. I completely used this up. I would definitely repurchase this one again. She did have this back up on her last RTS, and I was very tempted, but again, I need to work through what I have, and again, being an American vendor. Ava Rose Candles was an Australian vendor, by the way, but L3 Waxy Wonders being an American vendor, I'm not just going to order one little scoopable and pay a buttload of shipping. When I place orders for L3 Waxy Wonders and Britta's Creepy Treasures, I'm going to do it where it's going to make the cost of shipping worthwhile. But I absolutely love this. This was my go-to bedroom scent to go to sleep over for nighttime, because it was just a beautiful sweet mint. And then it's so Buttermints White Elephant Exchange is powdered donuts, vanilla wafers, white cake frosting. So that vanilla bakery just added that element, but it was beautiful, soothing and sweet and calming to go through. Then I have here from Dusk, a gift that a lovely customer gifted to me. He gifted me an assortment melts from Dusk, and which one did I use? So I used the Buffalo Bill fragrance, which was strawberry and bubblegum. That was really nice. So I used that at the same time as I was using Strawberry Summer Ice Cream Scoop. So the last thing I have to talk about in my vendor wax here is an oil from Eco Cheerful, which I had going in my diffuser currently. And so this is orange and cinnamon and tree. So it's going perfectly with Wassail Wonderland and with Sweet Orange Pomander that I've got going. And this to me is kind of my go-to Christmas, I guess, one of my go-to. I have quite a few go-to Christmas scents that I pop in my diffuser, but this is my orange cinnamon tree Christmas scent that I really do enjoy. So that was my vendor wax for the month. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I will speak to you again soon. Until then, bye for now.
Dad. I'm ready.
Yeah.
Come on, Maggie. Come. Coming? Are you coming, son?
You going for drives? Yeah, he's coming, doll. He started to walk over to you. You going for drives with Daddy?
Inside.
Inside or go for drives?